Hi guys, Scuffy Spurs Talk here, and I'm back after an international break, back and raring, ready to go. So please stay watching until the very end, because in today's video, we'll be previewing everything to do with tomorrow's game in the fourth round of the FA Cup, which is against Brighton. Can we seal our place in the fifth round of this year's FA Cup, the only trophy that's left to win for us? You'll find out. So please stay watching. I hope you're well, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let's start with the team news. So before the international break, before I saw you guys, which I believe is 11 or 12 days ago now, it's a long time. I have missed you guys. I hope you missed me as well. But team news, Son Heung-min is set to make a possible return against Brighton, and same for Christian Romero. Made recoveries and both back into training, and both should be in the matchday squad, but maybe rested. Yes, apart from that, there's no at the moment, but it could go down the COVID case or an injury in training, for example, today. But it's not been confirmed, but at the moment it looks all good, which is good. Now we're going to go straight into predicted score, using predicted lineup, using the tactics board. Then we're going to go into predicted score. I'm jumping ahead here. So predicted line. Actually, I'm going to make one change. I've changed my mind. I've been thinking about it all day. Lucas in for Bergwijn. So here we go. I'm going to run you through the team news. In goal, I'm going to go with number 1, Hugo Lloris. I don't think Conte will trust Galini again after not a great game, I'd say, against Morecambe or against Chelsea when he played in the Carabao Cup first leg. I wouldn't say it was awful, but I wouldn't say it was great. I think he caused a couple of problems, mix-ups. Generally could have done better, so I think he's looking for Hugo with, to command the defence and command the team. He signed a new contract during the international break, just before we came into the international break. By the way, I think it'd be an interesting game, which I'll get on to in time for who will get possession, but I think that'd be really interesting. So Hugo Lloris, because I think it'd be a strong squad, because with it's FA Cup we need to win. It's the only trophy left to win for us this season. And Conte, really wants to win that trophy. So it's the only trophy left to win for us. Plus, Brighton are a Premier League team, and they're a good, strong side here. Big contenders for top 10 positions in the Premier League this season. So Hugo Lloris, captain in goal number 1. Christian Romero making his return after a long injury. He's been injured for a long while now, which dates back even before Christmas. The very start of the season, so it's great to have him back. I think he'll be welcome in the starting lineup in this important game. Heart of the defence, Eric Dyer, need his leadership. Left of the back 3, Ben Davies, who I said is his natural position now. By the way, it's a 3-4-3 if you like formation. Left full back, I'm going to go with Sergio Reguilon. Right full back, I've gone with Emerson Royal. I think it's a big chance for him. Again, we didn't sign the right wing back, which I think was a bad decision. But a big chance to prove for Emerson, because I think he's on par with Doherty at the moment. Who's better? It'd be interesting. Don't think either of them are that great, but Emerson's got a lot to prove because he's young, especially. By the way, if you stay watching until the very end, the last thing we will do in this video, after predicted score and travel information, we'll be talking about our new signings, the players that have left the club. Midfield, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, who cements his place. Harry Winks next to Højbjerg to try and control that possession, because although Brighton are an attacking-based team, I think we will have most of the ball purely because we're at home and we so want to win the FA Cup. I think we will go for it against Brighton, but as I said, I won't be surprised if we do sit back and perhaps let Brighton have the ball and punish them on the counter-attack, because two teams, Brighton like the ball, we prefer to counter-attack, so it would make sense for us to sit back. But I think just because we're at home, bigger team, so desperate to get through to the fifth round as quick as possible and avoid extra time, possibly penalties, so I think we will dominate possession. So that is midfield. Then Son Heung-min, again another one, welcome back from an injury. Great to have Son back, and as I said, starts in this important game. Lucas Moura, who missed last game against Chelsea, replaced by the Steven Bergwijn for scoring 2 goals in extra added time. Steven Bergwijn, but Moura is welcome back into the squad. And centre forward Harry Kane, who does need to add to his goal tally, who had a slow start to the season, which is unusual, which is usual for him, but the numbers are incredibly low for this time of year for him. So that is the team news and travel information, and our new signings, Rodrigo, Bentancur, and Dejan, Kulusevski will be, in my opinion, I think I'm going to put them on the bench against Brighton, so I would list them among the substitutes because it's a great way to introduce a new signing. I always think, same with the kid youth academy, is to bring them on off the bench, get a round of applause from the fans. But I do believe that, you know, these two players are midfield players and will really strengthen our squad, which we'll talk about at the end of the video. Let's not get too carried away. It's kind of what we'll talk about, and I'm loving it. Now going into predicted score, mine's already on the screen now. I'm going to go with a 2-0 home victory, and I am going to tomorrow's game, so I will post a couple, I reckon, of YouTube shorts of me, photos of me there, whether it's my dinner, the football, walking out the tunnel, end of the match, half-time reaction, whatever it is. I'll also show you the programme in the post-match reaction. But I am going, and since I'm going, I expect my team to turn up, and I expect us to go through comfortably, despite it being a Premier League team. I don't think it'll be easy, actually. I don't think we'll be comfortable against Brighton. I don't expect us actually to be comfortable. What I mean is, I believe we can win. It won't be comfortable, of course, but what I'm saying is I want us to get the job done eventually. So 2-0 home win for me. Let me know your predicted score in the comments below, because we start again, international break. It's a new year anyway, new month, February. Can you guess the predicted score? Put all the past behind you wherever it's not getting it right or never submitted before. Join now. Start afresh. That's what I'm going to do. I started fresh at the new year, now starting again a new month and after an international break. Can anyone guess the predicted score right? Because if you submit it in this video below before the ball kicks off at 8 p.m. tomorrow, which I'll be telling you more about next, how to watch. But yeah, ball kicks off 8 p.m. tomorrow. You have to submit it in this video only. Those are the rules and conditions do apply. Any predicted scores submitted that aren't in this video or are after 8 p.m. kickoff will not be counted, even if you guess right. If you guess it correctly, you'll get a shout out in my next video, which will be post-match reaction Monday morning. Good luck. Next, how to watch. So we played Brighton Hove Albion in the 4th round of the FA Cup. Can we seal our place in the 5th round of the FA Cup? That is the big question, but as I said, I'm going to it, and we are at home to Brighton Hove Albion, and it is at our stadium, the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's at 8 p.m. kickoff, so 20:00 and 24-hour clock, and it's on ITV4. I repeat, ITV4. Antonio Conte faces Graham Potter in the dugout, and that's in the FA Cup. Who can seal their place in the 5th round of the FA Cup? Hopefully it'll be us. So that was how to watch. Now we're going to go into travel information. So here we go. Haven't done this for a while now because it's been an international break. We always do this for you guys. Spurs vs Brighton travel update including scheduled rail disruption for Saturday's FA Cup tie. Here we go. Fans attending our FA Cup 4th round tie against Brighton Hove Albion at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Saturday evening, which is at 8 p.m. kickoff, which I already told you, are asked to take note of the following travel information. In the event of a draw in normal time, extra time will be played with the match decided by penalties if required. Obviously, if the winner's not, there's no winner in extra time. Supporters are advised to plan their homeward journey in advance, but it can be a late one. Obviously, the game will finish about 9:45 anyway, but if it goes into extra time with penalties, it could even be 10:30. Then there's obviously travel getting home. We recommend supporters to familiarise themselves with the latest government guidance on staying safe while using public transport, and TfL's guidance on wearing a face covering while using the network. Travel disruption. Extensive track closures are in place between Cheshunt and Stansted Airport at the weekend, affecting Greater Anglia rail services. This includes Hertford East, Broxbourne, Harlow and Bishop Stortford stations. Rail replacement bus services will operate from all closed stations. Greater Anglia will operate 5 trains per hour in both directions between Liverpool Street and Cheshunt, with 2 trains per hour operating in both directions between Stratford and Northumberland Park. All trains will stop at Northumberland Park at Tottenham Hale. Supporters are advised to plan their journey in advance with www.nationalrail.co.uk. Coach services. Big Green Coach are operating coach services from the following locations: Ashbury, Bedford, Bishop Stortford, Braintree, Brentwood, Broxbourne, Cambridge, Chelmsford, Colchester, Dartford, Gillingham, Harlow Town, Hemel Hempstead, Hertford, Hitchard, Hoddleston, Manston, Mainhead, Maidstone, Milton Keynes, Saffron Walden, Shepherdstowe, St Albans, Twyford, Ware and Wickham. Coach travel can be booked via The link on the Spurs official app on this website I'm reading, on this link I'm reading, this article I'm reading on the Spurs official app, which is latest travel update for the Brighton game. Potential industrial action on London Underground. Cancellations to Victoria Line evening services may occur as a result of RMT industrial action on the night tube service. Supporters are advised to check services before attempting to travel. Last train times. Supporters are advised to take note of the last train times from the following stations, which I'm going to read to you. Greater Anglia from Northumberland Park to Cheshunt at 12:13 a.m. Greater Anglia from Northumberland Park to Stratford at 11:31 p.m. Greater Anglia from Northumberland Park to Liverpool Street at 12:11 a.m. Greater Anglia from Tottenham Hale to Liverpool Street at 12:59 a.m. So 1 minute to 1 in the morning. Greater Anglia trains will operate from Liverpool Street until 12:55 a.m. So 5 to 1 in the morning. London Overground from White Hart Lane to Cheshunt at 12:07 a.m. London Overground from White Hart Lane to Enfield Town at 12:22 a.m. London Overground from White Hart Lane to Liverpool Street at 12:16 a.m. That's all the last train times. Now stations, starting with Tottenham Hale. The new station concourse at Tottenham Hale is now open for providing access to Greater Anglia and London Underground services via a single entrance, for which a new queuing process will be in place. Work is ongoing on the station interchange between the services. Tottenham Hale is now a fully accessible station. Access to the Victoria Line and between London Underground and Greater Anglia services is now available following the refurbishment of a lift. Greater Anglia platforms are fully accessible from the concourse, which has entry and exit ramps. Supporters using the Victoria Line are advised to use Tottenham Hale rather than Seven Sisters, as it's a shorter walk to and from the stadium. White Hart Lane. Supporters are advised to check for train cancellations before attempting to travel pre and post match. 6 trains per hour will operate in both directions. Will call at White Hart Lane into the 2 hours pre and post match. 4 from or to Enfield Town and 2 from or to Cheshunt. All services will operate 8 car trains. 4 trains per hour will operate in both directions at all other times, split equally between Enfield Town and Cheshunt. The previously communicated track closure between Edmund Green and Cheshunt is now scheduled to finish at 7:15 a.m, so will not affect supporters attending the match, which is good. Supporters travelling to Liverpool Street post-match are reminded that Northumberland Park services have the same capacity as those from White Hart Lane, and also White Hart Lane is a fully accessible station. Northumberland Park. Supporters are advised to note the information regarding travel disruption above and plan their journey accordingly at www.nationalrail.co.uk. Victoria Line. Victoria Line services in both directions are scheduled to operate every 2 to 3 minutes in both directions until 0:16 a.m. So it's 16 minutes past midnight. That is Sunday morning. When the service changes to the night tube's 10-minute frequency, 18 southbound services will operate between 11 p.m. and 16 minutes past midnight, so 0:16 a.m. Supporters are advised to check that there is a good service operating before and after the match due to potential evening service cancellations resulting from RMT industrial action. Queue management. Queue management systems will be in place at all stations. Supporters are asked to respect and work with staff at our stations. TfL buses. Prior to the match, the W3 will follow its normal route, with the 149, 259, 279 and 349 services will be diverted away from the high road at least 2 hours before the game. Supporters are advised to check for delays due to roadworks before travelling. Post-match, late night bus services on the W3, 149 and N279, so N279 routes will be introduced once local road closures are removed. Cycling. For supporters wishing to cycle to the stadium, bike stands are available at the Tottenham Community Sports Centre and St Francis de Sales School, which are both located on the high road. Dedicated bicycle passing is also available on the street around the stadium. Although our bag policy still applies, stewards will be briefed regarding cyclists need to carry helmets, puncture kits and removable seats into the stadium. Shuttle buses. The club is operating 2 shuttle bus services from both Alexander Palace Station, Greater Northern Line and Wood Green Station, Piccadilly Line to the stadium. Road closures. Please note, our major event day road closures measures will be in place. So that is the travel news if you're travelling to FA Cup full round time against Brighton tomorrow. So, next, going into our new signings. They're both on the screen, both signings. Dejan, Kulusevski and Rodrigo Bentancur. We have signed in the January transfer window on deadline day after Fabrizio Romano gave it a here we go the day before. Yeah, great to sign players because we don't often do that. 2 Juventus players, now the 2 midfielders to strengthen our midfield. Yes, we didn't buy a wing back, but departing, who's also on the screen now, Dele Alli, going to Everton in a deal that could possibly be 40 million. That obviously is including add-ons, but he's gone permanent transfer to Everton Football Club with Frank Lampard appointed new manager of Everton on deadline day, and brought in Donny van de Beek and also Dele Alli, 2 attacking-minded midfielders, 2 attacking attackers, if you like, attacking players. Anyway, yeah, sad to see Dele go, and I think I'm going to say it now. I've said it already. I'm going to thank you, Dele Alli, for your time at Spurs and everything you've done. What a signing! Only 5 million. It only costs 5 mil. He's better than Ozil. We've got Dele Alli. Boy, was he worth 5 million. Obviously different towards the end. But I wish him all the best at Everton and the best for his career. I thank him for everything he's done at Spurs. And also other faces on the screen. Giovanni Lo Celso has gone on loan. Brian Gill's also gone on loan. And Tango Ndombele gone on loan to his old club Lyon, returning. He's been a bit of a flop, to be honest with you. Ndombele, that's being kind. Hasn't lived up to his expectation of the 65 million euro signing, which is 54 million pounds. Our record signing. But he's gone on loan to his former club, Lyon, so it's OL, but with an option to buy. Whereas Brian Gill's gone on loan. Giovanni Lo Celso also going on loan. Seville and Valencia there. One going on loan to Seville, one going on loan to Valencia. Don't want to say it because I got mixed up which way round it is. So I'm looking forward to our new signings to boost our midfield and boost our team. We did have to back Antonio Conte. Once again, we left it too late. We couldn't manage to get a striker or a backup striker to Harry Kane in case he leaves, or just a backup striker to give him rest, or a right winger. But we did boost our midfield, which I think is key, because although we do have good midfielders like Winks, Skip and Højbjerg, I still think it could need improving. Yeah, so that's everything. Thank you guys, and as always, come on you Spurs. Let's seal our place in the 5th round of the FA Cup. Come on you Spurs.